McDonald's rolls out biggest burger ever, 14 ounces and 1,025 calories, to revive sales. Irma's heir's $13 billion fortune has seemingly vanished after he vowed to award huge chunk to his gardener. McDonald's rolls out biggest burger ever, 14 ounces and 1,025 calories, to revive sales. Irma's heir's $13 billion fortune has seemingly vanished after he vowed to award huge chunk to his gardener.
American woman found in Indian forest had been chained to tree for 40 days. Las Cruces man found guilty of trafficking heroin leaves courthouse during lunch break. China student reports control freak, parents to police, over spy camera in bedroom. In the U.S., former finance minister of Mozambique convicted of $2 billion fraud and money laundering scheme. NYC's Ice Cream Museum is sued by a man who says he broke his ankle jumping into the sprinkle pool. China family feud locks son and parents in struggle to send each other to mental hospital. U.S. woman found chained to tree in India tied herself, say police. Tesla burns after driver in Mexico plugs the car into an illicit hookup wired directly to power.
Chinese crime ring accused of stealing thousands of corpses to use bones for dental grafts. Anti-doping agencies WADA, USADA clash over use of undercover athletes to catch cheats. Hong Kong police deploy drones, night patrols, Marine officers in 4 days anti-burglary bid.
In India, 5 children injured in Bihar while trying to make bomb using YouTube tutorial. Russian chess player accused of trying to poison opponent by smearing pieces with mercury. Iran executes 36 convicts in 24 hours.
Fully automatic robot dentist performs world's first human procedure. Japanese surgeon says, research on xenotransplantation should be sped up in Japan. Greece bans movement of goats and sheep to combat spread of goat plague.
Sales in Europe. Gen X and millennials face higher risk of 17 cancers than older generations. Nearly half of dementia cases could be avoided or delayed by tackling 14 risk factors.
COVID fell to 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. last year, down from 4th. Hong Kong to stop offering Sinovac COVID vaccine when current stocks expire in October. First imported cases of Zika-like virus detected in Europe.
Elon Musk deletes post spreading fake news about UK detainment camps, and UK PM Keir Starmer confirms Online Safety Act to be reviewed after far-right riots. ISIS-inspired suspect plans suicide attack at Taylor Swift concert, Austrian authorities say. Bulgarian parliament bans LGBTQ+ propaganda in schools. Reddit CEO says Microsoft needs to pay to search the site. As Reddit CEO says, blocking Microsoft from AI scraping was a real pain in the ass. Wix launches new generative AI tool for writing full blog posts to improve SEO rankings. AI startup Suno says, music industry suit aims to stifle competition.
Javier Milei's government will monitor social media with AI to predict future crimes. Xi Jinping calls for high-tech smart system to boost China's border defense. San Francisco bans automated software, accused of price fixing housing rents.
AI coaching replacing human instructors at high-tech Chinese driving school. Figures new humanoid robot leverages OpenAI for natural speech conversations. ChatGPT now lets free users generate up to 2 images per day made by DALL-E 3. OpenAI warns users could become emotionally hooked on its voice mode. Elon Musk deposits his AI training on some EU data, Ireland says.
Microsoft researchers report Iran hackers targeting U.S. officials before election. Kaspersky Lab registers twofold growth of infected smart devices in Russia. It's not worth paying to be removed from people finder sites, study says.
DigiCert to revoke 83,000+ SSL certificates due to domain validation oversight. Cybercriminals deploy 100K+ malware Android apps to steal OTP codes. Android spyware Mandrake hidden in apps on Google Play since 2022. New Android banking Trojan Bingo mod steals money, wipes devices. Google Chrome adds app-bound encryption to protect cookies from malware. Chinese hackers target Japanese firms with load-info and nuked-door malware.
Loss in second quarter, and Meta settles for $1.4 billion with Texas over illegal biometric data collection. Delta boss says airline lost $500 million in 5 days over CrowdStrike debacle, and CrowdStrike hit by class action lawsuit from shareholders over massive outage. China's basic self-sufficiency in chip-making tools could come this summer, industry veteran says.
Tesla car that killed Seattle motorcyclist was in full self-driving mode. Police say Ford wants patent for tech allowing cars to surveil and report speeding drivers. More than 50
Construction of US first fourth-generation nuclear reactor Hermes begins. PsiQuantum plans to build the biggest quantum computing facility in the US. California DMV puts 42 million car titles on blockchain to fight fraud. Xiaomi plans to cut down on bloatware, but won't make it easier to disable ads. Logitech's Forever Mouse might require a monthly subscription. iPhone 16 Pro white, gray, and dark black colors shown in new image. Vintage Polaroids used to pitch the Apple One hit the auction block.
Conducting 2021 cyber attack on cartography agency. Microsoft blames major Azure outage on DDoS attack, staff error. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency CISA announced its first CISA Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer, Lisa Einstein. Xbox financial year 24 fourth quarter, gaming revenue up 44% year-over-year, mostly thanks to the Activision Blizzard acquisition. Roblox boosts bookings forecast as daily users beat estimates. Meta sales surpass estimates on advertising growth, shares jump.
New Android spyware Lianspy evades detection using Yandex Cloud. New zero-day flaw in Apache OFBI's ERP allows remote code execution. A flaw has been discovered that allows programs to be launched without warning by bypassing Smart App Control and Smart Screen in Windows 10 and 11.
North Korean hackers Moonstone Sleet push malicious JS packages to NPM registry. CrowdStrike hires outside security outfits to review troubled Falcon code. Apple stops signing iOS 17.5.1, downgrading no longer an option.
Over 90 people with Russian flags detained in Nigeria during protest rallies, and Nigeria detains tailors who made Russian flags for anti-government protests. Mexico invites Putin to presidential inauguration. Russia's Izvestia newspaper says Russia reportedly begins slowing YouTube speeds amid censorship spat with Google.
Of constellation to rival Starlink, newspaper reports, SpaceX Starship's second flight footage released under Freedom of Information Act by NASA. It turns out Boeing's derelict Starliner is unable to fly without a crew on board. Video game actors are officially on strike over AI. Leaked documents show NVIDIA scraping a human lifetime of videos per day to train AI. It has been commented as, Kamala picking Governor Walz for VP is a win for the right to repair movement.
Illinois changes biometric privacy law to help corporations avoid big payouts. Google announces AI-equipped air conditioning management device, Nest Learning Thermostat, 4th generation. Chrome Web Store warns end is coming for uBlock Origin, as Google Chrome is finally transitioning to Manifest v3, introducing new rules for ad blockers.
332 million emails allegedly scraped from SOC radar, leaked online for free. Every Microsoft employee is now being judged on their security work. Google says it is obligated to disclose confidential information of users to U.S. government.
U.S. to call for limits on Chinese vehicle software over data security concerns. It has been commented as, breaking up Google would offer a chance to remodel the web, and Google has an illegal monopoly on search, U.S. judge finds. Microsoft says, Delta ignored Satya Nadella's offer of CrowdStrike help, and Microsoft says Delta's technology outdated, likely contributed to slow recovery.
Ransomware that demands up to $500 million. Windows Update downgrade attack on patches fully updated systems. Hackers could spy on cell phone users by abusing 5G baseband flaws, researchers say.
Asus and MSI BIOS updates for Intel 13th and 14th generation unstable crashing CPUs now rolling out, and Intel faces shareholder class action lawsuit for allegedly concealing foundry business problems. WD announces enterprise 128 terabytes SSD, 8 terabytes SD cards, and a 16 terabytes external SSD at FMS 2024. Samsung is recalling 1 million stoves to prevent pets from setting your home on fire.
Chinese competitor to Nvidia charged with financial fraud, loses spot on Shenzhen Stock Exchange. HP to move production of millions of PCs to Thailand, Mexico. TSMC sales grow 45% in July on strong AI chip demand.
Kate Blanchett says no one got paid anything for Lord of the Rings. I basically got free sandwiches and I got to keep my ears. Channing Tatum hopes Deadpool and Wolverine Gambit cameo leads to standalone movie. I pray to God. Jenna Ortega says everybody in Hollywood wants to be politically correct, but that lacks honesty and makes us lose a lot of our humanity and integrity.
ByteDance is set to seek refinancing of $5 billion loan. Temu owner Colin Huang is now China's richest person. Apple says there's no price Microsoft could pay to make it ditch Google. They offered to give us Bing for free. Squid Game to end with Season 3, post-Christmas return set at Netflix. Battlestar Galactica, reboot no longer in the works at Peacock. Carrie Underwood set as Katy Perry's American Idol replacement for Season 23.
To be funny as a teen after clips surface with racist, homophobic comments. Don Lemon sues Elon Musk and X, alleging fraud and breach of contract over cancelled talk show. Disney, Fox and Warner Bros. Discovery's sports streamer Venue to launch at $42.99 per month.
Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's Pacific Palisades property hit by burglars. BTS's Sugar investigated for alleged DUI incident involving electric scooter.
Daniel Ek earned more from Spotify in the past 12 months than any artist has ever earned on the platform. Banksy reveals second animal artwork within 24 hours in London. Charles Barkley cancels his retirement plans, says he'll stay with TNT Sports for long term.
Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown, starring Timothée Chalamet, sets Christmas release date. Hulk Hogan killing Gawker film in active development with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck as artists' equity. Jay Cantor, agent to Marlon Brando and Marilyn Monroe and production executive, dies at 97.
Chapel Roan, set for Outside Lands, just drew Lollapalooza's largest crowd ever. Lauryn Hill and the Fugees' 2024 tour is quietly canceled 3 days before first date. Reportedly, pricey veneers have made Hollywood smiles too perfect.
To make a decision about Season 4. Full episodes of Arcane Season 2 appear online ahead of November release following Netflix on email leaks. China firm pays actor $400,000 for live stream, demands refund after dismal product sales. Lauryn Hill says U.S. tour was called off due to low ticket sales, which she attributes to media sensationalizing of her cancelled shows last year. Kesha plans to re-record TikTok with FCKP Diddy lyric change. Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg and Red Hot Chili Peppers to perform at Summer Olympics closing ceremony.
Paramount Global announces it will cut 15% of U.S. workforce. Shares rise on second quarter earnings, and Paramount takes $5.98 billion write-down on cable networks in Q2 tied to Skydance deal, while streaming turns first profit. Warner Bros. Discovery earnings reports reveals Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, caused a 41% loss in video game revenue, and WB Discovery wants to license franchises, which include Batman to Harry Potter and more, to other game studios. Bouncing helps people move in sync during dance, study shows. Study finds seasonal shifts in moral values. Sweden grants protection to Champagne shipwreck found by Polish divers. Tundra vegetation to grow taller, greener through 2100, study finds. Domestication causes smaller brain size in dogs than in the wolf, where study challenges notion. Scientists equip Australian sea lions with cameras to explore previously unmapped ocean habitats.
Fossils suggest even smaller hobbits roamed an Indonesian island 700,000 years ago. Titanium heart kept man alive for days for the first time. Baylor researchers